Yeah, hi, it's me, Matt. I'm here in Vegas. Always in Vegas, stuck in Vegas. Um, I haven't done a video in a long time. Got a real backlog of videos to put up, but I stuck in Vegas, almost died in Vegas. Routine, I won't go into details, but it was a routine stress test. They found severe blockages in my coronary arteries, emergency surgery, and yeah, it's been several months now after I had, I guess it's just basically called open heart surgery. But I'm almost back. I don't feel quite like I did before the surgery. I felt fine. I don't know. They said I was, kept asking me if I felt chest pains or if I shortness of breath, but I felt fine, and now I feel almost fine. but but I want to start putting up some new videos. But this video is about a series of articles that have spread. They've gone viral, at least here in Vegas, and to a certain extent across the United States. A whole series of articles that have stemmed from a report from the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority, and it just ticked me off to no end. And I'm still, if I start talking about it, I'm going to get upset about it. But what the hell? I'm going to do this video anyway. So basically, the report was that Vegas, right now, the Strip casino hotels are down. There's a whole bunch of numbers they're throwing out. All of them, I have no doubt, are accurate. But mainly, this from year over year, May to this last May, Strip revenues are down 6%. If you go back the last 3 years, they've been steadily dropping. And no matter how you look at it, Vegas is in decline as far as visitors coming here and spending money. Both people visiting Vegas, but especially how much money they're spending here. And according to the CEO of the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority, Steve Hill, it's due to factors, at least recently, it's due to the tariffs, because people, it's too expensive to come here. I guess Canadians and in particular are boycotting the United States for some reason. They don't like us anymore, and they're blaming that. And his other excuse was, and it is an excuse, was consumer confidence is down right now, and as soon as they get more confidence in their personal finances due to a better economy, then they'll start spending their money in Vegas. Couple of things though that really irritate me. I've been here in Vegas since August of 2003. So, you know, a lot of people are born and raised here. They've been here longer than me, to say the least. But 22 years is enough time, I think, to get a handle on what the heck is happening here in Vegas. And it's got nothing to do with Trump, regardless of what your opinion of Trump is. Trump's got nothing to do with this. In the 22 years I've been here, Vegas has gotten worse, especially, I would say, the last 10, 12 years. They have become nickel and diming people, visitors, whether you're staying here at a big casino or not, hotel. They want as much money as they can get from you without even betting a dollar. I mean, I don't stay in hotels here, but I can read, and what do they call those fees? The general, you're staying at our hotel fees, resort fees. That's what they call them, resort fees. And they're high for, I don't even know why they have them to begin with. Just charge a hotel room. This is how much it is. It includes everything, but they have resort fees, and they're high. They're outrageously high, and they sometimes, even when they drop the price of a hotel room, you really have to look at that fee that goes with it, and yeah, and that's high. But and I mentioned this before in some of my earlier videos that I did, where it seems like accountants have taken control over Vegas, because the accountants, they don't understand long-term profits, and marketing kind of blow just right over their head. But you know, they look at things and they say, we're not making money off this, let's make money off this. Classic example, parking. Why would you charge for parking other than you're an accountant and saying, look, we got this, this is a source of revenue, not realizing that they could hurt your casino in the long run. Parking, just trying to get as much money as they can through shopping. Just the gift stores, I think, have been expanding. They want, and then with the gambling, it used to be they'd give you free things, cheap food. Food ain't so cheap anymore. They want to make money off the restaurants. They want to make money any way they can. They closed the strips. They've closed some of the buffets, but you know, they'd close them all if they could. But they're not quite ready to do that. But if they get a chance, they will, because they probably don't make much money off the buffets. That was the one thing about the local casinos. They shut down the buffets, most of them, because they weren't making money. And I imagine the Strip is the same way. But they try to make money off food. They got parking. They got, and with the gambling, they don't even give you a good deal anymore. It used to be everything was cheap because they wanted you to gamble. Now they try to get you for everything they can outside of gambling, and then with the gambling, they don't even give you a good deal on that. They got the 000 roulette. They got, I don't play blackjack, but I can see 3-2 blackjack becomes 6-5 blackjack. You hit a blackjack and you only get 6-5. No, that's a ripoff. That's a ripoff, and then and a lot of it has to do with it's not greed. Everybody talks about greed, but it's just monopoly. You go down the Strip, you got Caesars properties, you got MGM. Actually, if you come in headed north from the south, you're going to see all MGM properties. Even if you don't know they're MGM properties, they're owned by MGM. And then when you get to around Flamingo, on the right side, the west side, you start to see Caesars properties, and then it's all Caesars properties. And then you get down to around the Desert Inn, and you got the big Palazzo Venetian. That's one property. That's all they own, to my knowledge, but it's a pretty big property. And then you got Wynn Encore, another big property. So you got two big properties down there, and then you got Wynn, you got MGM and Caesars. So, you know, you could argue I would 4 casinos here, casino hotels in Vegas. That's not enough competition. I mean, it's too easy for the MGM and the Caesars CEOs to just happen to be at the same golf course, and they can collude. The competition isn't there. You know, there is free parking at Treasure Island, the one holdout on the Strip, and Circus, I think it's up for sale, but that was owned by Treasure Island, at least right now. Not that that means a whole lot. Those are small properties. And there's Resorts World, but they're kind of on this island all by themselves out there. And yeah, I don't think they're doing too good just because of their isolation. But yeah, there's not a whole lot of competition here, and that hurts pricing. Right now it's summertime, and summertime's a slow time to a certain extent, and you know, they are offering some deals, but probably not as much as they should be, given more competition. So that's a problem, not having competition. But my bottom line, the point of this video is, it's not consumer confidence, and it's not uh, the tariffs. You know, there may be a drop in people coming in from foreign countries right now, but that doesn't mean it has anything to do with the economy. This has been happening a long time, and it has to do with the way they treat the customer. And I tell you another thing, there's a lot of competition now, and they act like they're the only game in town. If you want to gamble, there's all sorts of places you can gamble all across the United States now. You don't need Vegas, and the Vegas experience is what do you get here? Why should you come to Vegas? Is what I would like to know. I like Steve Hill, who just, by the way, just got a raise. He's the CEO, but the board of directors of the Las Vegas Convention Authority, they just gave him a 9% raise for failure. I mean, things are tough right now, and I guess the board is like, yeah, I guess it's Trump tariffs and consumer confidence, and they give him a 9% raise for failure. Yeah, that's the state of business in America right now. But it was really irritating. And by the way, I think I'll see if I can find an article. It was a local news story. Local casinos right now. I'm talking Boyd, which is like Gold Coast, Orleans, Suncoast. And then you've got station casinos, all the station casinos, plus Red Rock and Green Valley, also South Point at the far end of the south end of Las Vegas Boulevard, big property. Rampart out in Summerlin. In aggregate, these local hotel and casinos have revenues that are higher than they've been in 49 years. So apparently consumer confidence hasn't hurt local hotel and casinos, and yeah, and I guess tariffs and what was the other thing? This Trump economy. I don't guess, but the thing is that these local casino and hotels, they do get visitors outside, a lot of visitors outside of the valley here, as we call it, and regardless of what you may think of these places, they're doing well. And other than the fact that they got rid of their buffets, at least Station and Boyd did, so a plague upon that, and really ticks me off. They still have a buffet at Rampart and South Point, so I'd recommend those two places if you're coming in from out of town. Just because they have a buffet, we got to support those buffets. Yeah, they're doing well, so that goes against what Steve Hill is saying. I think he's a bit of a mouthpiece for the organization. I think I just get the feeling that the Caesars and MGM and Wynn and the Venetian, they kind of have a lot of influence on what they say and do. And we'll see what happens, but I like to know what you think, what your comments are regarding the downward the downward trend in Vegas as far as the profitability and revenues of the strip casinos and their hotels. I don't go to the hotels, of course. I don't stay there. I visit people when they come here. So I don't know what to think too much about the hotels, other than the resort fees are too high. And then other than that, yeah, I could see that their service has gone downhill. And a lot of the free stuff, I wrote a book about free things to do in Vegas. I'm updating it now. Hopefully I'll get it done in the next 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah, but free things to do in Vegas, that alone has been cut in half. Trying to come up with some new ideas of what to do if you come here on a budget. Free things, not easy to do with Vegas. That was another thing Steve Hill talked about, is the 3 tiers. There haven't been much of a drop off on the top third of the people who spend money, rich people. They're doing okay. It's that middle tier that they haven't been spending coming to Vegas, and the third bottom tier, yeah, they're gone right now for the most part. But as soon as the economy's better, they'll come back. Really, but they're the ones that they can't afford Vegas the most. So I don't think they're going to be continuing to find other things to do with their money, because there are other things to do with your money than come to Las Vegas, and I hope that the strip casinos understand that in the very near future. Anyway, that's a long-winded video. Sorry about that. If you made it to the end, thank you. Like and subscribe, and I want to know what your comments are, because I read them, and they're important to me. Anyway, I'm out of here.